Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of TWD Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing the next character evolution video for today. This one's going to be for Eugene Porter. For today, this one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead, another character evolution video. This one was suggested by Rowdy for me to go ahead and do a video on Eugene from The Walking Dead. So, Eugene's evolution, man, so this is going to be an interesting one because Eugene is a character that he has changed. He definitely has in some ways, but then in other ways, he's like the same dude. So it's kind of interesting. So he is introduced in season 4, episode 10 at the very end, Inmates, and still alive right now, going into season 10, episode 17, Home Sweet Home. So, well, more so season 10, episode 20, Splinter, since we know that's going to be the episode we see him in. Now, okay, so let's talk about Eugene. So in season 4, when he's introduced, he, of course, is the biggest liar on Earth. He says that he's got the cure, this and that, and Abraham believes him. Glenn kind of feels like Glenn kind of doesn't for a little bit there, but basically he and the others go to Terminus and all kinds of stuff. So Eugene doesn't do too much in season 4, aside from kind of lie, but he is there as a character. I thought he had a decent introduction in season 4. Now, in season 5, of course, we get to see them actually go forward with this trip after Terminus and after everything with the Beth Hospital stuff, and he admits, unfortunately, after a while, after making the bus crash, after kind of making all these delays in the trip, he has to admit before things go too far out of control, before Abraham really loses it and, like, hurts somebody, I am not a scientist. I am not a scientist. So, and then everybody's like, what? You know? So, basically, Eugene, of course, admits that he lied, of course, and now, going forward, he really has to kind of just make up for it with all the rest of the characters. He does get knocked out by Abraham, which is still funny. I don't know what it is, when he just, like, just falls, right? You know? Man, so, anyway, so that's that, of course. Eugene, now kind of, not looked at as intelligent anymore, that kind of stuff, and he joins Alexander with the others and all that kind of stuff, but basically in season 5, he is kind of a character that, we don't really like too much after that, but for me personally, I really like Eugene in episode 14, Spend, when he saves Tara's life and then also lures the walkers away from Glenn, Noah, and Nicholas when they're trapped in, like, the revolving doors. And he's like, hey, come get me, like, you know. So that's one of my favorite Eugene moments. So I would say in season 5 as an evolution, I think he actually had a good evolution because he went from a guy that was really smart, that they wanted to protect. About halfway through the season, they give two craps about him, and then at the end of the season, he is actually a really helpful dude in certain situations, and, you know, the group kind of, you know, is kind of accepting of him, I guess, by the end of season 5. So I think his journey in season 5 is really good. Now, in season 6, I would say his journey is still good. It's kind of, I feel like they could have done a bit more with him in season 6, but I do like in season 6 how they kind of approach the idea of how he is a survivor. He has made it. He has made it a while. So he is, you know, he is somebody that can survive most likely. He fights the walkers in No Way Out. You got to give him that. He fights the walkers as they kind of are a problem during No Way Out, of course, and he helps them out, definitely. He takes the machete. He actually does go out there and stuff like this. But basically, in the end, in season 6, he and Abraham go to the machine shop or whatever, where they find the ability to make bullets and all this kind of stuff. And basically, Eugene is, you know, he's gonna start, you know, using his expertise to kind of help out with making bullets and all this kind of stuff. So he's very important for the group, and he's very smart, and he calls dibs, right? As you guys remember, he calls dibs. So, you know, you had better luck picking up a turd by its clean end, you know? Yeah, anyway, so I love their banter back and forth. I miss it, to be honest. Michael Cudlitz, Josh McDermott are great actors together, I find. So, anyway, so basically he becomes more of a hero in season 6. He drives the RV to protect Maggie and the others to getting the hilltop. Of course, this is a bit off screen, but we do know that he gets kind of trapped by Negan and the others and placed in the lineup with everybody else. But he does try to make a getaway in the RV, which is definitely heroic of him. So season 6 Eugene, I feel like we could have gotten a bit more, but I do like how he found the machine shop. He's more of a survivor this season, I found a little bit, and he does something heroic by the end of season 6. So a good evolution for his character in season 6. Now, In season 7, okay, oh boy, so this is when we get into some stuff that I'm not too big into right here. So he basically in this season is forced to join the Saviors. That is basically his role. He makes Rosita a bullet that doesn't go well, and then Eugene is taken by Negan and the others, of course, which is Rosita's fault. It is, in the end, I would say, why Eugene has been at the sanctuary this whole time. I do hold her responsible for that. I'll be honest, because she could have waited with the bullet, but she didn't. She acted selfish, and then that's what happened. But
that is a correct assessment.
Eugene is forced to join the sanctuary, and he, I guess, because he's such a coward, he agrees to make the pills for Amber and stuff like this, but of course, he doesn't really know what he's doing. He knows that it's kind of a dangerous idea, so he kind of drops the idea once he sees Dr. Carson just like, like the original Dr. Carson thrown in the furnace. He's like, okay, I'm not giving you no pills. Like, you're not getting those, I'm terrified here. So, basically, we got, of course, Stone Cold Negan. He decides to join, basically, and then throughout season 7, basically, he decides not to go with Rosita because I guess he likes his job so much in the sanctuary. So, he does give Sasha the pill, though, of course, and that is definitely one moment right there. But Eugene and the rest of season 7, he joins the Saviors. I can't blame him because it is kind of a smarter idea than to just stay, kind of under fear. Why not at least have some power in the sanctuary if you're going to be there? But when he takes it too far is when I find in season 8. So he kind of, at the end of season 7, he makes a speech to Rick and the others, and he's like, I'm Negan. I'm like, okay. That's when I was like, okay, first, I can understand maybe if he was scared, he didn't want to go with Rosita and Sasha. Okay, I'll let him pass on that one. But when he is talking and he says, I'm Negan, honestly, man, when Negan says, you people are animals, you were going to blow up Eugene, I'm like, well, he basically let Rick and the others know he is Stone Cold Negan in that moment, so what else were they going to do, I don't blame Rick and the others that much for that, to be honest, because Eugene basically told Rick in that part, I'm Negan, dude, if Negan and the others are going to die here, then, I guess I basically will as well, so, yeah, it's crazy. So, in season 8 is when his character gets really bad, so I don't really like his evolution too much in season 7. In season 8, I don't really like it either. I feel like it actually just gets worse because in season 8, he is, struggling at first on kind of what side to pick, but he basically goes to the Saviors throughout the whole thing. He does let Gabriel and Carson out, but it's not much, and basically, in the second half of the season, he is in charge of his very own outpost, making bullets, this and that, and basically, in the end, he has the sardine mac and cheese, which I'm sure we all remember. Right? Yo, man. So, basically, in the rest of season 8, we don't know this, but he does, of course, make the false, bullets, of course, to make Rick and the others win this war. So, in season 8, I hated him at first. I was like, kind of whatever about him after a while, and at the end of the season, I'm like, heck yes, dude. So, I would say Eugene in season 8, he had an alright, evolution, only at the end, though. I feel like the rest, it's just a crappy evolution with a crappy storyline. So, which is one that I personally scrapped because I don't like the Eugene Savior storyline at all. So, next up, we have season 9. Now, in season 9, he's really an impressive character. I find in the first 5 episodes with Rick and all that stuff, he's not too involved. He has a couple moments where he talks to Rick, but nothing major. But in the 6-year time skip, he's killing walkers. He's out there with Rosita to set up that relay. He is, all this stuff. And of course, he hides in the barn, of course, and he's like, they were whispering to each other, which I like how they brought that around. They were whispering to each other. Anyway, so basically, Eugene, of course, in the rest of season 9, he's got this love triangle that kind of starts up. He kind of tells Rosita how he feels, but she's with Gabriel, and then there's this thing with Sadiq now, so it's just this big mess, and I guess Rosita has to figure things out, and this is when I was just not a fan of Rosita in season 9, but basically, Eugene in the rest of the season, he kind of does take a backseat role, but he is there. And then and so I think season 9, he could have had a bit more screen time, but the screen time he had was good. So, but in terms of an evolution, yeah, season 9 Eugene could have been a bit better, but I do like how he can kill walkers now, he can do this kind of stuff. So a decent evolution for Eugene in season 9. And then in season 10, so basically his big role in season 10 is Stephanie, talking to her on the radio, of course, and not only that, but also fighting at Hilltop and all this kind of stuff, and actually going through with the mission and meeting up with her. Now, we got the fight with the Whisperers. They take off afterwards, the 3 of them. They run into Princess, and Eugene kind of understands where Princess is coming from wanting to spend time with others and stuff like this, and he's like, I made horrible mistakes, I lied to folks, that type of stuff. But basically, at the end of episode 16, I mean, as people say, he's been catfished, I guess, you know, because now we've got, like, all of these stormtroopers that are kind of just surrounding him, and he's like, yeah, where's Stephanie, you know? So, that is basically Eugene's story in Season 10. So, Season 10, decent. Season 9, you know, kind of decent. Season 8, I wasn't the biggest fan. Season 7, also kind of decent. Season 6, I actually really liked. Season 5, Eugene, I liked. And Season 4, I thought it was necessary, the amount of time they gave him. So, overall, I think Eugene is a pretty good character. You know, he's got some flaws. He's got some ups and downs for sure, but in terms of a character, I think he's a good character overall. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you very much to Rowdy for suggesting this video, and of course, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button to see my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan's Walking Reviews on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?